Hey, this is Eric from Edrumcenter here. This is James with Roland, and he's here to talk about the Roland SPD-SX.
Yeah, so this is a workhorse. We've had this out for a number of years now, but it's really become an industry standard as one of a main piece in the hybrid drumming community, but also in electronic drums, just because it's so versatile. And one thing that's really cool about this pad that not a lot of people kind of know about, or at least take advantage of, is that you can sample directly to the unit without having to go through an interface or anything like that. You can just sample right from your phone or a microphone.
I've never actually done that. I'm always aware of that feature, but I've never actually done it. I've just used the internal stuff or loaded stuff in.
It does have the wave manager like you're talking about, or you can use a drive. But I just have my cell phone hooked up to it, and we have a cable going right into the back of the unit. So if you go into sampling, there's a menu called multi, and if you hit enter, it'll automatically find the open kit. So a kit that has nothing programmed on it.
Goes straight to it?
Goes straight to it, yeah. So then you just get your levels set correctly, which I've already done. In the back there is a level control, so if you do have a mic or something that's line level.
So there's a gain, like a mic gain
Absolutely.
or something, a lot of mixer.
So you can set that, and you can just go to your phone and turn something on, and when you hit one pad, it will record to this pad, and then when you hit another, it'll record to that pad. So I'll just hit this, now it's recording. So just a simple synth lick, and when we are done, just hit enter. Okay, and then so right after you hit enter, it goes to a menu where you can line up the start and the stop time of the sample. So again, if you hit something and it's not dead on, you can go in and expand the waveform so you can start the sample at the precise time where the sample starts. So you can do that all on the unit. You don't have to use a DAW or any other external software to get everything done.
How hard is it to do on the unit?
It's super simple. I mean, it makes everything very, very easy because you can see the waveform and you can see the start time, so you can get up really close to it and just kind of dial everything in that way. So it's a really cool way to mess with samples. Then you can use onboard effects to get things dialed in and maybe a little crazy if you want. And you can almost remix stuff live, which is a kind of cool feature.
So you could take like a song, like a famous song, and just kind of chop it up and
remix it,
then hit different parts of it.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I've seen people do that.
If you're playing with a band, that's an easy way to bring your own samples if you want, and right on stage and trigger them live. So,
like I was telling you, one of a couple of the drummers that we have do videos, they all use SPD-SXs in their live rig. And they'll do like song intros. They'll do like almost like having another band member, like that. So if you don't have a keyboard player and there's a keyboard part in the song, they'll like do that kind of stuff. And I've seen them do it. It's like having an extra element to the band.
And that actually brings up another feature. So when you do play with samples and you want to bring in some recorded like horn hits, or if you want to play along to a bass track, you also need kind of a click, right? Yeah. And one thing that's kind of a pain when you're playing live is how do you send the click to yourself but not to the front of house? And this has routing options, so you can route a click track so you only hear it in your monitors or your headphones, and then you can send all the clean signal to the front of house.
Yeah, TD50 does that as well. Yeah, it's just handy.
So it's a really versatile unit. There's a lot of different features. There's a ton of different ways that people use these on stage, and I think that's why they become so popular. Also, we have it's a very, very low failure rate. It's a very, very stable unit, which is why a lot of people, they might ask me, well, I can just bring my computer on the gig, but computers fail, computers crash.
Usually a nice computer is a lot more expensive than this as well.
Absolutely. But I mean, the only thing it's doing is playing back tracks and triggering stuff, so it's really easy and rugged to take from gig to gig too. Probably don't want to lug around an expensive computer on the road. So
yeah, it's at a failure rate, like just for my sold hundreds and hundreds of these, and I've never gotten a unit sent to a customer where I got a call like, hey, this thing doesn't work, or hey, I've been using it for a month and all of a sudden it doesn't work. That's never happened.
Yeah.
And usually, if something like that happened, the customers are right on the phone with me, and of course, Edrumcenter will take care of you if that did happen. But it's with this particular unit and Roland stuff in general, it's not, just doesn't happen.
Right, and just the triggering sensitivity and the triggering technology that Roland is known for. It's obviously in this unit as well. So, you don't have to really worry about hitting everything perfectly in the center or whatnot. And when you do, start playing with this live, you kind of really get a feel that it's very, very dynamic too. It doesn't have to be. You can turn dynamics off, but it's very, very sensitive, and it's just a great instrument.
Yeah, I've used one for like just jamming along. Like if I don't have anybody to jam with, I'll use this as like kind of like somebody to play with, and I'll hit a loop, play along with that, and then I'll hit another loop, and it is kind of like having almost like having backing tracks.
Yeah, and also there are trigger inputs in the back, so you can trigger your snare drum, kick drum. If you want to start getting a hybrid thing going up, you can do that.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have a ton of customers that will like get one of these, and then later they'll add that stuff, and they'll just take that instead of a full kit on certain gigs, because this is obviously
right.
You throw that in the bag. Your other stuff you can throw like in the backseat of a car, even if you have the smallest car ever made. It's just a really portable drum kit, basically.
Yeah.
Same with the SPD-30. Though people will do the same thing with that as well.
But the main difference between this and the SPD-30 is that you can sample right to this pad, add in your own sounds, and it's just incredibly versatile.
A lot of customers have both.
Yeah.
Like they'll have an E-kit, they'll have this on one side, and they'll have the SPD-30 on the other side, and like I don't know, sky's the limit on what you can do with that setup.
Absolutely. So very cool. So.
Well, thanks for coming by and talking a little about the SPD-SX. These are currently available. They're shipping now, right? They're not out of stock.
Nope.
They're in stock. They're available, and there's actually two versions. We didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
There's the original version, which has how much memory?
4 gigs of memory.
4 gigs of memory, and the new version, which has 16.
Yep. That's the SPD-SX SE.
Special edition. Which is red.
Yes, correct. So SPD-SX SE.
And there's also they didn't come out right at launch, but for the past couple of years, there's a nice bag that's available for these that has it fits the unit perfectly.
Yeah, it's made for this.
It's a really nice bag. I think I did a review on that bag at one point, and it's not like one of those bags that you just, why is this bag so expensive? It's actually a really nice bag. The zippers, it looks like it's roadworthy, and it actually holds the power supply and any extra accessories.
Yeah, it's a great gig bag.
Yeah.
It's you'll be taking these all over the place, so might as well pick up the bag too.
Yeah, you want to protect it. It is a robust unit, but this part here, you don't want to get all scratched up, and just keep it in good shape.
Awesome. Cool.
For more information on this unit, you can call or email us at Edrumcenter. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have. We typically stock this unit at all times because it's such a good seller, and we'd be happy to get one into your rig and get you up and running. Thanks for watching this video. Buy your eDrums from Edrumcenter, subscribe, and we'll check you out next time.